Hey Frank, what can you tell us about your car?
This is my father's car, Frank Sr. It's a 1952 Studebaker Land Cruiser. It's a very special car. 1952 was Studebaker's centennial. They started manufacturing in 1852, manufacturing carriages, wheelbarrows, carts. In fact, the carriage that took Abraham Lincoln to Ford's Theater for his fateful night was a Studebaker carriage. This is a centennial Studebaker. It's got a modern, for the time, overhead valve V8 motor, 232 cubic inch, and it has an automatic transmission, which was quite something for 52. And this car, my dad purchased in Westminster, California, from a gentleman who restored it from the ground up. Now, convertibles, hardtops, these are the real collector items, the station wagons. Four-door sedans kind of get forgotten in the mix. This car was taken apart by this gentleman and put back together, and everything on this car is as brand new. Everything works on it. The radio, every knob is redone. Everything you touch. You know, this is kind of a cool thing, which is absolutely useless but cool, where you turn the knob here on the kick panel and it raises and lowers your antenna. And the fact that this car has the V8, which was state of the art when it came out in 52, and the automatic transmission make it quite a road car. After World War II, Raymond Loewy designed the first post-war Studebaker. In fact, Studebaker was considered the first all-new car post-war, and they used this body shell. By 1952, they were supposed to have a new model out, which was not out in time. So a man named Virgil Exner, who was famous for the big fin Chrysler cars, a famous designer of the mid to late 50s, Virgil Exner took the original Loewy body and started to add some features to it. Studebaker always loved to have these decorations out on the fenders, but like the Studebaker logo here and the trim pieces and just the little features, this car was redone and retouched by Exner to modernize it a bit for the centennial. When my dad bought this car, he went to the gentleman's house, got out of the car, took 2 steps and said to me, "Frank, give the man his money. This car is just as beautiful underneath when you have it up on the lift as it is on top." And it is as it was in 1952. And although the sedans are not the most collectible, we are thrilled that somebody took the time to do this car right. The rust was repaired in metal, and everything was done to a high standard. So this is like just going into the Studebaker showroom and hopping in and driving it off the lot.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
What is that?
This is our access port or door, whatever you want to call it, to fill and check the automatic transmission fluid.
Interesting.
Yes, and of course we still have a starter button on this car. And as you can see, the dash, it is all as brand new. So we turn on the key, hit the starter button, and there she goes.
Wow.
She is silent and beautiful. And off we go. This rear view mirror is really great unless somebody's sitting in the back seat. I think that's something they didn't quite think through, because with the low mirror, if someone's sitting in the back, that's all you can see.
Yeah, well, maybe they wanted to keep an eye on their kids.
Yeah. Yeah, don't make me stop the car. Yep, she drives out just as she did in 1952. The suspension, transmission, everything's been gone through and done right. We're so lucky to have this car.
Well, looking at that engine in this thing, it looks like it pick up and go.
It goes, and it's a design that carried Studebaker till the very end. That V8 that's in this car, different bores and different iterations of it, lasted till 1964 when Studebakers last were built in Indiana.
They made them till 64.
In Indiana, and then in Canada in 65 and 66, but they had a different drivetrain then. I think it was Christmas or Christmas Eve, 1963, let all the folks at Studebaker in South Bend know that they no longer had employment. It was heartbreaking. Studebaker was known for having second and third generation of families working there.
Wow.
So many father and sons. Studebaker prided themselves on having fathers and sons, and they had a number of father, son, and grandson uh, families that all worked for Studebaker. They still made STP. STP is a Studebaker product.
No, I didn't know that.
It's since been sold. But they made tractors, they made aircraft parts. They were in business with Curtiss-Wright for a while.
Did not know that.
Yep.